So you want to be an English teacher and teach abroad. Well, today we are reviewing International TEFL Academy. Is it a legitimate TEFL certification? And how easy is it to find a job? We'll find that out right now on Joe Reviews. So we'll start by saying that International TEFL Academy is a legit TEFL certification. They are based in Chicago, USA, and they have 25 locations worldwide. If you do the course, you will understand how legitimate it is. So you start by contacting ITA and having a conversation with one of their admission advisors. I remember you couldn't even sign up without speaking to one of them. You basically go over what you want and where you want to go. You pick a day, you pay, and you head out to the country. They also have an online course, but I can't speak on that because I did mine in person. So you go through a month of an intensive English course. I mean, it is intensive, especially if you don't remember anything about how English works. But it's fine as long as you're native, and if you're not native, then you must pass a test or have a degree in English. Otherwise, a degree in English isn't necessary. A bachelor's in English in any field is recommended for a lot of Asian countries, but you can still get a job without, especially in Latin America. So I took my course in Arequipa, Peru. We had 2 English teachers with a master's degree, and we learned grammar and mythology for about 6 hours per day. And then after class, we observed classes, and that totaled around 10 hours, then went straight into student teachings, and that totaled around 10 hours. So you're basically teaching while being watched like normal, and that's about 5 classes for my school. Then after all that, we had to write an 8-page paper on a grammar and then a 6-page paper on the English language. Then you must pass a test, and if you fail, then you don't receive your certification. But if you show up to class and you study, then you will pass. This is an intensive course. This isn't holiday. You are learning to become an English teacher. The money is very worth it. It's a career in a month. It's also a way to know if teaching is what you want to do with your life. Is it what you're meant to do? So my school had a deal with the nearby university which had the same requirements for the TEFL. So I paid an extra $100 and I was TEFL and TESOL certified, which means I could teach English as a second or a foreign language, which means I could teach in Australia as a second language. The school I was sent to is also a private school for students, so I was hired right after I finished my certification, and I worked there for over a year. So is it easy to find a job? Well, the amount of English schools in Arequipa is astonishing. You will have no problem to find an English teaching job there. No problem at all. Though Peru, they don't pay very good. They pay around $5 per hour, which is way more than minimum wage. And it is enough to live comfortably, but don't expect for the certification to get paid off or to save much to travel, especially in Latin America, like I said. So International TEFL Academy, though, has a lifetime job assistance, so no need to worry if you can't find anything on your own. I'm telling you that English is always wanting to be learned. It's the lingua franca. Even if the country has an 80% unemployment rate, there's always a demand in English teachers, especially if you have a legitimate certification. If you have a cheap $100 one, then you would probably only get hired in nonprofit schools where you make nothing, or you just volunteer. I did have a friend though that she had a cheap TEFL and she got hired, but she had a master's degree in English, and this was still in Latin America. Though Asian countries, you will save and make a lot more money. I don't have much experience in that, but I know ITA has a bunch of story takeovers from all over the world where their graduates take you through a day-to-day lives and answer a bunch of questions on what it's like to live there and teach there. So why choose International TEFL Academy when you have a bunch of other TEFL certifications out there? Well, I remember that I was about to take my course from a company called Oxford Seminars, and I am very, very happy I didn't. It was in person, but after checking all the negative reviews, that's when I realized that it's not a legitimate certification. I did more research and then I found International TEFL Academy. They are level 5, Oxford Seminars level 1, basically, and the rest is history. So there's others out there, but just don't go with Oxford Seminars. You know, what International TEFL Academy gives you is a confidence and knowledge, and that's what really sets you apart. And that's what I got. Let's just say International TEFL Academy changed my life. I've always loved traveling, and now I could travel longer. I'm technically on year 3, and I don't plan on stopping. So if you're interested to work as an English teacher abroad and change your life, then I left a link to their website down below. If you sign up, then during the call, ask for the same admission advisor as I used, say my name, and you get a discount. If you have any more questions, leave a comment down below or follow me on Instagram, send me a message over there, and I will answer it. Thanks.